After investigating the Florida Department of Children and Families for a year, Eyewitness News has filed a legal complaint against the state to gain access to public records and help families in need. Plus, new technology that may reduce gun crime. We're investigating how a local sheriff's office is trying to crack down. And taking the law into your own hands can be letting criminals go free. We examine why Florida vigilantes can be doing more harm than good. Starting at 4 on Eyewitness News.
This is Channel 9 Eyewitness News at 4. Coverage you can count on.
The weather couldn't be better if you're heading over toward the world's most famous beach. Bike Week starts on Friday. I'm updating how our next cold front will affect our temperatures into the weekend.
And residents of one neighborhood say a homeowner is going out of his way to make living near him a nightmare. Why the county says their hands are tied, and what the homeowner had to say to us when we knocked on his door.
Plus, only Channel 9 is speaking with the mother of a man killed in a deputy-involved shooting. Why she believes something else could have been done.
But first at 4, some breaking news on the man charged with child abuse in Tavares. Andre Walker's attorney is now requesting bond. Investigators say he brutally abused a 10-year-old child that he knew, who is still in critical condition this afternoon at Arnold Palmer Hospital for Children. Channel 9 has also obtained a phone call to deputies made from the hospital when the child was taken there for treatment.
Our docs have asked us to reach out. We just had a 7-year-old come in cardiac arrest with signs of abuse.
The Tavares Police Department announced in the last hour there will be updates on the investigation in the next few days, and we'll keep you updated as we learn more. Again, you heard that operator say 7 years old. We are believed that little boy was 10.
Yeah. Well, only Channel 9 is speaking to the family of this man you see here behind us, the man who was killed in a deputy-involved shooting. I'm Darlene Jones.
And good afternoon. I'm Greg Warmith. Channel 9's Giovanni Diaz spoke with the man's mother before and after he died just days later. And Channel 9's Giovanni Diaz is live at the Orange County Sheriff's Office. Gio, the deputies in this case are now on administrative leave, right?
Yeah, and Greg, that's standard procedure every time something like this happens. Now, the mother tells me that her son suffered from multiple mental health issues, and she told me she actually communicated that to the deputies who responded to that call. Now, the sheriff's office told us their behavioral response unit teams, which includes deputies and clinicians, do not directly respond to calls when someone is armed. And they also told us nearly 1,000 deputies have completed a 40-hour crisis intervention training. However, I did ask if those 2 deputies that were in this case were part of those almost 1,000 deputies that received that training, but I did not get that answer. Coming up at 6 o'clock, we hear from that mother once again, and she has a message to other families who have family members who deal with mental health issues. Reporting live here in Orange County, I'm Giovanni Diaz, Channel 9 Eyewitness News.
All right, thanks, Gio. Certified Chief Meteorologist Tom Terry is in Severe Weather Center 9. And Tom, it's starting to feel like Florida again, even warmer weather on the way.
Yeah, we're going to nose it up just a little bit. Our temperatures will be a little bit warmer for tomorrow. Then we've got another cold front that we're going to be tracking, but it is just perfect right now. Don't change it. 80 degrees into land. Same for Ocala. We were closer to 80 last hour. We've already peaked for the day. Few clouds, but overall the sunshine has been abundant. This is the same storm that we were on the cloudy, wet side of to start the week, and then the storm developed off our east coast. You see the dry air back behind it. High pressure's moving through, so this is a very fair weather pattern. Back to the west, I'm already tracking our next cold front, which will come through by Friday early morning, probably before you start your day. So I'll be timing that out for you. Here's a look at New Smyrna. This is the day before Bike Week, okay, on Thursday. So New Smyrna, of course, we're talking about Daytona Beach for Bike Week, but everybody's going to be busy at the beach here for tomorrow. Temperatures look outstanding. Then we are going to drop things down just a little bit. I'm also updating Future Track, looking for any rain with that next front. Greg?
All right, Tom, we'll check back in soon. New at 4, Orange County neighbors say they're being terrorized by a man setting off explosives at his home, seen here behind me. And police say there is nothing that they can do about this. Channel 9's Nick Pampantonis is live near Conway, where this has been happening. And Nick, the situation has left commissioners actually scratching their heads on what to do.
You know, it's already illegal to set off fireworks outside of the major holidays in the state of Florida. They're trying right now to close all of the loopholes that are being exploited. Take a vote on some of the proposals yesterday. That got pulled for a final check, so we are expecting this to come up in the next couple of weeks. In Orange County, Nick Papantonis, Channel 9 Eyewitness News.
Nick, thank you. I can understand their frustration, to say the least. In other news today, suspended Orlando City Commissioner Regina Hill wants access to a property involved in her legal battles. Hill claims she has been paying the mortgage and needs to do maintenance, upgrades, and to deal with squatters. She says since the woman is in a nursing home, it will not harm her, the woman who allegedly she took advantage of. Investigators say the home was financed using that woman's name and credit without that woman's permission. The elderly woman's attorney separately asking a judge to force a sale of the property, and that case is still ongoing.
Deputies in Sumter County say a suspicious man who triggered a lockdown at South Sumter High School remains in jail. Take a look at these pictures you see here. These photos, deputies say, show 28-year-old Chase Lovett on CSX property wearing a ski mask and carrying a rifle inside of a bag. You can see dogs there searching the area yesterday when they thought the suspicious man may have had a weapon to do harm there in the neighborhood. Lovett has been charged now with armed trespassing. Greg, 1 year ago today, the disappearance of 13-year-old Madeline Soto, you see here, shocked Central Florida and sparked a massive search for the child. Soto was reported missing when her mother actually went to pick her up at Hunters Creek Middle School and learned she never showed up for school that day. Channel 9's Key McRae joins us from where the case all started as the investigation unfolds inside of an Osceola County courtroom.
All right, Q, thank you. And it's been 13 years since Trayvon Martin was shot and killed in Sanford. Self-proclaimed neighborhood watchman George Zimmerman killed the 17-year-old who was walking to his family's home from a convenience store. Martin's death triggered national outrage, protest, and national conversation about racial profiling and self-defense laws. Zimmerman was found not guilty of those murder charges.
Yeah, remember that one like it was yesterday.
Vividly, yes.
Solving crimes in just a matter of minutes. Coming up, the new cutting-edge technology helping Volusia County deputies get critical information in real time.
Boy, the water a little bit cool, but overall a pristine beach day. A couple folks out enjoying that right now. We have Bike Week starting tomorrow, well, not tomorrow, but Friday. And I'm also updating conditions along our next cold front as it arrives.
And next, we are hours away from the latest moon mission to launch from our coast. We'll tell you how part of this new mission pays tribute to past explorers.
Sky Witness 9 on Channel 9 Eyewitness News, bringing you closer to the scene during live breaking news. Sponsored by attorney Dan Newland.
You know, the thing about breaking news, it's not scripted. This is live. We're bringing it to you as it happens.
And we're going to bring it to you straight, we're going to bring it to you accurately, and we're going to bring it to you fast.
The most detailed information in the most concise way that we know how.
When there is a big story, we know we are the place people turn.
We are really able to walk you through it.
And it's our commitment, it's our promise to our community.
That's not a commercial, that's a fact.
Step right up. Feast your eyes on this complete line of Laugh Provokers.
It's the latest in TV entertainment.
Holy Discovery Batman.
A celebration of classic animation.
It's like a dream, Fred.
And the price very reasonable.
It's MeTV Toons.
There's nothing like it.
Featuring a dynamite collection of classic cartoon favorites. All day, every day.
It's a genuine sure-shot offer.
Watch MeTV Toons on WFTV Channel 9.4.
Weather updates from Severe Weather Center 9 are sponsored by Toyota of Orlando and Toyota of Clermont.
Covering our Space Coast, Intuitive Machines will launch a mission to the moon as part of NASA's Artemis campaign.
A lunar lander called Athena, filled with NASA and commercial equipment, will launch no earlier than 7:16 tonight. Channel 9's Melanie Holtz is live at the Kennedy Space Center in Brevard County. And Mel, you're just 3 miles from the launch pad.
We're right here monitoring the progress of tonight's launch, but we began the day at the visitor complex with an Apollo-era astronaut with a special connection to tonight's launch. Now, SpaceX is looking to pull off a doubleheader with the IM-2 mission here from Pad 39A and a Starlink mission from the Cape. It's an impressive pace. We talked to Space Florida about why that won't be slowing down anytime soon. You'll hear from the president and CEO at 5:30. Live here at the Kennedy Space Center, Melanie Holt, Channel 9, Eyewitness News.
Thank you, Mel. Good to hear from you and Charlie and Nicole, and it's exciting. Well, SpaceX scrubbed a Starlink launch last night. As you heard Mel say, it is going to try again tonight. The launch is now set for 10:34 this evening. On a clear night, we should be able to see it from all over Central Florida. It will lift off from Launch Complex 40 at the Cape Canaveral Space Force Station. There are some backup opportunities, one at 2 in the morning and one tomorrow night. The launch will carry 21 Starlink satellites, with 13 of them having direct to cell capabilities. So busy time over there, and that's a good thing.
Yeah, it is indeed. And you're busy too, monitoring the up and down weather, but now it seems like summer is...
Yeah, it's knocking on the door, but it's not here yet.
Right.
We still are getting cold fronts.
Breathe it in.
We were bringing them in about every 3 days.
I said breathe it in, but bring it in too, yeah.
Bring it, breathe it. Yeah, let's do it.
Because it's so fresh outside. I love it.
Here's a live view. We've got 77 Orlando, and there we go over at Daytona Beach, getting ready for Bike Week, and then we have Jeep Beach, and then it is spring break time just around the corner. Temperatures here in the mid-70s. Now the water temperature we just checked is 62. So it's about 8 degrees cooler than normal. So that's, we saw a few folks out there tiptoeing in the surf, and that's about it. But the spring breakers will be here, and I guess they're going to jump in regardless. 80, 78, 81 in DeLand. Our satellite and radar mostly clear today, as we expected. Back to the west is our next storm system. You can see it attached. There's a lot of moisture to the north, but there's not a lot of moisture along these cold fronts. And normally this time of the year, we get rain from these fronts. Moisture is imported. Sometimes we kind of generate rain with moisture we have here, and the front helps to get things going, but usually we kind of have rain along these fronts, attached to them, if you will, and that's where we get our rain. Now for tomorrow, a few more clouds than what we had today, maybe a sprinkle, but right now the forecast looks pretty dry. Here comes our front during the early morning hours of Friday, and that will start to spell some more sunshine returning for Friday afternoon. Also, we'll cool down a little bit, so tomorrow is going to be about like today. A few more clouds, upper 70s to near 80 degrees over in the Ocoee, Winter Garden, Horizon West area. We might just manage 80, maybe 81 for Metro Orlando. Then the Central Florida Fair gets going on Friday through next weekend, I believe. So it's over a week festivities here at Central Florida Fairground. 70s across the board. That is what you call perfect. Here is your 7-day forecast. The weekend always in view. We're going to keep just an outside chance for a sprinkle tomorrow. Otherwise, increasing cloud cover during the day, a high 81. We're going to cool it down a little bit as our front comes in on Friday, back to only 76. Yeah, that's our fronts in Florida in late February. Saturday, Sunday, just Chamber of Commerce weather. I am watching another storm system, though, toward the middle part of next week, probably closer to Thursday. Better chance for a shower. But right now, that is about as pretty as it gets. We'll also talk about it is going to be cooler, especially at the beach. We have Biketoberfest, or not Biketoberfest, Bike Week.
Bike Week, yes.
More coming up, y'all.
All right, thanks, Tom. Coming up and all new at 5, the U.S. Department of Ag rolls out a new plan to tackle the bird flu and lower those egg prices.
Plus, we all want our pets to live as long as possible. It is heartbreaking when we lose one. Coming up, we spoke with veterinary experts about how we can keep them healthy and living a lot longer. I'll be tuned into that. God lost some dog, and it is heartbreaking. Then next, Clark Howard is here with one thing you should do before making an impulse buy.
A teen plotting to murder someone with this axe. Now, Only 9 investigates Shannon Butler takes you inside the Orange County Command Center, whose mission is to identify these terrorist threats and stop them. Live tonight at 11 on Eyewitness News.
Join America's favorite game.
You never know what's going to happen.
For the I Can't Believe It. And always for the unexpected.
Treat yourself a round of sausage.
That's not it, but thank you.
Are you ready?
Brought to you by Lexus of Orlando.
Well, the next time you're shopping, if you're like me, you are likely going to be tempted to buy something on sale.
Yeah, because you're saving. Look how much I saved.
Allegedly.
I think they call that spaving, spending and saving. Well, Channel 9 consumer advisor Clark Howard wants you to hold off and do good advice there, Clark. And he helps our Action 9 team look for consumers like you and me. He has posted all sorts of valuable resources online at clark.com. Yeah, those impulse buys will get you.
Every time. A little girl has died of a disease once eradicated in the U.S. Still ahead here at 4, what health experts say is behind an increase in measles and what you should do to protect your children.
And an Orlando health patient is crediting her team of doctors here for giving her her life back. Why she wants to bring awareness to Rare Disease Day coming up.
And next, some Central Florida deputies are getting their hands-on training with new crime-solving technology, how it will help speed up shooting investigation.
This Tower Cam Shot, sponsored by Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm.
Local content creators tricking child predators, then confronting them in public.
Taking the law into their own hands.
But Channel 9 Eyewitness News exposes how these intended good deeds are creating big problems for real police investigations.
These are extremely volatile situations.
The mistakes by these wannabe heroes that's setting suspected predators free.
We're not in this for clicks or for likes.
To Catch a Vigilante, live today at 5 p.m. on Channel 9 Eyewitness News. This is Channel 9 Eyewitness News at 4. Coverage you can count on.
It was one of those where I kind of started feeling like I was going crazy.
Excruciating pain, dozens of surgeries, and a number of doctors. A local woman sharing the story of her 4-year-long medical mystery and her advice for other patients.
Plus, investigations will be moving much faster in Volusia County. The new technology allowing deputies to get one step ahead. New at 4:30, the Volusia County Sheriff's Office is now the first agency in the entire country, Darlene, to use technology giving precise information from a single bullet casing. Good afternoon, I'm Greg Warmoth.
And I'm Darlene Jones. Volusia County reporter Demi Johnson shows us how it works.
All right, Demi, thanks. The Orange County Sheriff's Office has a new 4-legged member, and it looks different than you might think. It's never really hungry except for electricity is what it eats. You're seeing that's Astro, the new robot that the Sheriff's Office is using. Astro is being used in situations where sending a person or canine would be too dangerous. Astro can provide real-time feedback with its camera and detect potentially dangerous materials. Good boy. Well, you could face some slowdowns overnight on the 429, and Channel 9 anchor Kirsten Delgado is here to show us the workaround.
The Central Florida Expressway Authority will shut down State Road 429 overnight, and drivers will see impacts northbound and southbound for the next few days from Plant Street to West Road. So crews will close those lanes tonight at 11, and they will reopen tomorrow at 5. Of course, you'll be dealing with this until Friday, so we've laid out some alternates for you. Drivers on the 429 north will be forced off at West Colonial Drive to get onto West Road, and then drivers on the 429 south will need to get off at West Road to get around that closure and then back to Plant Street. Of course, we'll see you tomorrow for Eyewitness News this morning starting at 4:30. In the studio, I'm Kirsten Delgado, Channel 9 Eyewitness News.
Thanks, Kirsten. Orange County voters need to request a new mail-in ballot soon. Your previous request expired after this past November election. The deadline to request a ballot for March is tomorrow at 5 p.m. It's important because there are municipal elections for Belle Isle, Ocoee, Winter Park, Maitland, and Windermere.
Good reminder there. All right. The Florida Wildlife Commission hosting a public meeting to discuss options for black bear hunting. The commission wants to hear from the public on a controversial issue that's popped up again, and that will happen at a meeting on March 13th at 6 o'clock. That will be able to be watched on the commission's website. At the last meeting back in December, the commission provided updates on the plan from 2019. They directed staff to come back for a future meeting to propose options for that bear hunt.
State wildlife leaders are working to allow some commercial oyster harvesting next year in the Apalachicola Bay, even though there have been no major improvements. State officials today expressed support to allow harvesting starting in 2026. The Division of Marine Fisheries Management says potential changes are expected to be finalized by November.
Many of Florida's estuaries have lost 80 to 90% oyster reefs. These dramatic declines have had damaging effects on the local environments and communities that rely on their local oyster fisheries.
The Bay and the industry have faced problems for more than a decade because of issues such as drought and over-harvesting.
Today marks Rare Disease Day. This is a day that aims to raise awareness for rare diseases and improve access to treatment. And Channel 9's Sam Martello spoke with a patient who suffered from an extremely rare condition who is now sharing her story with us.
All right, I like that, and we wish you all the best, Taylor, in your continued health. Right now, there is a measles outbreak in parts of the U.S. The Texas Health Department says a child died from the disease once eradicated here in the U.S. Raina Roy reports a lack of vaccinations may be to blame.
All right, let's hope everybody again avoids that. That's such a scary disease. Well, Tropicana could be headed for bankruptcy. The company has seen sales and profits drop, hit harder by a higher price and competition. Supply shortages also a factor, with climate-driven disasters like hurricanes in Florida damaging our citrus crops. The USDA expects this year's orange production to be the lowest in 88 years.
National parks are headed into a busy season, but there is a warning from the experts. According to the National Park Service, about 250 people out of the hundreds of millions who visit die from things like dehydration, heat exhaustion, falls, or encountering the wildlife there. Experts say before your trip, research the area and be honest about your fitness level.
You're going to have a lot of water loss, and you're with it going to lose a lot of electrolyte. So it's important that you replenish that electrolyte. Eating food is the best way. Pretzels, salty, chips, anything like that.
You're also encouraged to wear proper shoes, take water, and sun protection.
That looks like a nice place to go for a hike. Right now, we have another cold front that is going to be moving in during the wee morning hours of Friday. This will change our temperatures around for all of our big outdoor events. That's coming up.
It does. Makes me very nervous. Although I tell her every day she's going to live forever.
Just ahead, how you can help your dog live longer. Greg?
And stocks were mixed on Wall Street today. Here's a look at the final numbers.
A teen radicalized by a terrorist organization plotting to murder someone with this axe stopped right here in Central Florida. Now, Only 9 Investigates Shannon Butler takes you inside the Orange County Command Center, whose mission is to identify these terrorist threats and stop them.
If you're truly planning violence, we're extremely prepared.
The techniques and strategies they're using to keep Central Florida safe. Live tonight at 11 on Eyewitness News.
Love to hear this. There is some promising news today for man's best friend.
Yeah, I know this one is really important to you.
Yeah.
Reporter Monique Lavin explains we're learning about a dog aging project that could extend their lifetime with us. Aw, makes me want to get a dog.
Yeah, you should.
All right, well, this year, Jones High School marks 130 years. Last night, here on Eyewitness News, we debuted Historic Jones High, a half-hour special featuring former students and staff sharing how the first school for black students here in Orlando was established back in 1895. The community it's built, the struggles to stay open, and its rich legacy. If you missed it, you can take out your phone right now, scan the QR code there on the bottom left of your screen. It'll take you right to our website, WFTV.com. You go to the Black History Month section, and you can watch the full report there on our website.
A lot of students had great pride in what you reported, and I did hear from you that the principal said there was a different feel at school today.
He did. He said they were walking around with pride, and he offered extra points for students who watched the special last night and could tell 5 things they learned that they didn't know, and he said they were pouring in today, so excited about the pride and the legacy of the school.
You said those who went, those who wish they had gone.
Yes.
Right? Well, we got great weather. You had 2 specials last night. Took over the airwaves. Here's Daytona Beach, where the water temperature 62. It should be closer to 70. That's still a little chilly for me for getting in, but you can see a few folks just tiptoeing through the edge of the surf there. 75 degrees right now. It is a fantastic weather day. Oh my goodness. This is the time of year when I just soak it in, Personally, I like getting a lot of more things done outside, trimming branches and clearing out all the stuff because it's not stinking hot, because we've got a whole bunch of that coming here before we know it. Right now, we have a few clouds, but overall beautiful weather up in Altamont Springs. If you're taking in a movie, dinner, or walking around Cranes Rouge Park, uptown Altamont area, we're going to drop back from the mid-70s into the lower 60s on our way back into the upper 50s. Pretty much a normal temperature pattern, and we're going to keep it pleasant and dry tonight. A stray sprinkle possible tomorrow, but overall we'll see a few more clouds, temperatures near 80 degrees, and then we get a weak front on Friday enough to cool us down, but still a wonderful weekend is coming up. Here is our cold front, and you can see one of the things I always watch for along these fronts, where's the moisture? It's way up here to the north. There's almost nothing along the front, so it's going to come through dry as it works into the area early on Friday morning. Here's a look at early morning future track, our great model. This particular model is one of our high resolution models, goes out about 2 days in the future. We can see through Thursday morning, mostly fair skies. You see just a sprinkle or two, but we're going to keep rain chance less than 10%. We head toward early Friday. We'll see that front come by and cool down just a bit. Daytime highs tomorrow still, though, in the upper 70s to lower 80s, and we'll take about 5 to 8 degrees off of our temperatures. Here's an example. So Daytona, 78 tomorrow, so warming up pre-bike week, and then down to 68 on Friday, but then we rebound some on Saturday before another weak front comes in on Sunday. We kind of do the roller coaster on our temperatures, but either way, still fantastic weather. And Monster Jam is back at Camping World Stadium on Saturday, so getting out there, getting involved with the festivities in the mid-afternoon. Temperatures look great, and then cooling down, mostly clear at 7 o'clock. We'll be able to hear the trucks, I'm sure. Here's your 7-day forecast. The weekend always in view. We're going to strive for 80 to 81 tomorrow, just an isolated sprinkle. A few more clouds, but overall a cooler, dry day from Friday through the upcoming weekend. And then the long-range models are showing yet another weak front approaching toward the middle part of next week. Notice, though, that temperatures, even despite that, are going to be quite warm before that next front arrives. We are just about to our spring-like pattern already. Martha?
Vigilante groups, Tom, in Florida, taking the law into their own hands. On to at 5, while law enforcement warns this oftentimes does more harm than good. And on to at 6, lawyers for WFTV taking the state of Florida to court. The answers we're trying to get for hundreds of people who've been dealing with problems with DCF for months. See at 5.
The excitement returns.
The Jeopardy Invitational Tournament.
Players from the past are back.
Fantastic game.
Only one will emerge champion.
Who knows what's next?
Brought to you by Greenway Ford.
The official start of spring is about a month away, and today's local steals and deals, Shannon Lanier is here with how you can get rid of pollen, dust mites, and pet dander.
Right now, Pine Hills residents are heading to a town hall to discuss community safety.
Coming up, we'll take you live to that meeting where residents are demanding change.
Plus, 9 Investigates uncovers new details following an excessive force investigation into a Kissimmee police officer kneeing a man in the face.
Several times per day, booms ring out over the street, and it's driving homeowners crazy. We'll show you why deputies say they can't do anything.